Did you know that just a 1% improvement each day can make you 37 times better by the end of the year? Most people think they need to make massive changes to see results, but that's just completely false. Self-improvement doesn't have to be hard, and you don't need to overhaul your entire life to see real progress. Today, I'm going to show you 15 powerful habits from the book Atomic Habits. You might be surprised at how simple some of these are, and you can even start implementing some of these immediately as you watch this video. But before we get into that, why does change feel so hard? Why do so many of us struggle to make it stick? Why change feels so hard? You want to make a change, but it's hard to stay on track. Maybe you struggle with being consistent. Maybe you can't just break your bad habits and feel stuck in the same old routine. The truth is, it's not about making huge overnight changes. That's where most people go wrong. Real change is about small daily actions, habits that are simple but powerful. The video will show that real change is possible by focusing on small daily actions. Starting with number 15, start your day with intent. Ever notice how a rushed morning can throw off your entire day? You hit snooze a few times, then suddenly you're scrambling out of bed, running late, and already feeling behind. Now picture this. You wake up with a purpose. There's time to breathe, practice, a little gratitude, maybe sip on your favorite home-brewed coffee. You leave the house with a different level of confidence. You see, your morning routine sets the tone for everything that follows. Nothing radical, just a simple routine that sets a positive tone for the day. It might be different for everyone. It does not matter. Figure out which works best for you. It might be meditation, journaling, or simply identifying your top 3 priorities. Moving on to number 14, the 2-minute rule. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers to personal growth. But here's a simple solution from Atomic Habits. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Think about all those little things: replying to an email, putting the laundry in the washing basket, or rinsing out your coffee cup. It might seem insignificant, but boy, these small tasks add up over time and create mental clutter. The 2-minute rule helps you build momentum by knocking out these quick tasks right away, preventing them from piling up and overwhelming you later. Number 13, habit stacking. Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to add new habits to your day? It's not because you're lazy or lack discipline. It's because habits work best when they're anchored to something you already do. That's where habit stacking comes in. Let's say you already brew your coffee every morning. Now what if you use that same time to listen to a podcast or review your goals for the day? Instead of forcing yourself to find time for a new habit, you're stacking it onto something you're already doing. By stacking new habits onto existing ones, you create a chain of positive actions that feels rather natural than forced. Number 12, practice gratitude. Dwelling on the negative is so easy. Whether it's work stress or personal frustrations, we're often focusing on what's wrong. But what if, instead of letting those negative thoughts take over, you shifted your attention to the positive? The power of gratitude trains your mind to see the good, even in tough situations. A simple way to do this is by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This small habit over time shifts your focus to the positives, improving your mental health and overall happiness. Talking about health, we're now at number 11, exercise daily. Many people feel they don't have time for exercise, leading to low energy and poor health. A lot of people skip workouts because they think they need a full hour at the gym. But let me tell you something. Even 10 minutes of movement a day can make a huge difference. Whether it's a quick walk, a few stretches, or a home workout, it doesn't have to be intense, just consistent. Number 10, plan your day the night before. Waking up without a plan can make you feel scattered. It's hard to stay productive when you aren't sure what your goals are. So instead of waking up and scrambling to figure out your priorities, spend a few minutes each night outlining the next day. By planning ahead, you can identify your key tasks. So when you wake up, you know exactly what to focus on. Number 9, Read 10 pages a day. We all like to brag about the books we're reading, right? But let's be real, in our digital world, finding the time to read can often feel impossible. Take my advice, just 10 pages a day. It's not about reading for hours, just a few minutes. Think about it. If you read 10 pages a day, you'll be ripping through about 12 books a year. So next time you're tempted to scroll through your phone, grab a book instead. It's easier than you think. And if you beg to disagree, how about number 8? Drink more water. Did you know that by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated? Or that even just a 1 or 2% drop in hydration can significantly impact your cognitive performance. In fact, a study found that participants who drank water before performing cognitive tasks had a 14% faster reaction time compared to those that didn't. It is recommended to drink 8 glasses of water per day. And remember, caffeine does not count. Many of us fall short of this target. A simple habit that can make a big difference is starting your day with a glass of water. Begin by drinking a glass of water in the morning, then continue sipping throughout the day. Okay, now it's time to tackle one of the biggest modern-day distractions. Number 7, social media. Limit social media time. Did you know that the average person spends over 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media every day? That's more than 5 years over a lifetime. Social media has its benefits, but it can easily become a huge time drain, leading to procrastination and negative emotions. In fact, research links increased social media use with decreased well-being and life satisfaction. One practical way to set a daily limit for social media use. Many smartphones now have built-in features to track and restrict app usage. For instance, Apple's screen time and Google's digital well-being tools. You'll have more time to spend on productive habits and reduce the emotional toll of constant online comparison. I'm not talking about throwing out social media entirely. It's about being intentional and moderate. You can't replace time and mental health. Treat them highly. Number 6, meditate or practice mindfulness. Stress and anxiety can often feel like an uninvited guest, always overstaying and disrupting your focus and peace. But what if you could evict them with just 5 minutes a day? Start with 5 minutes of meditation or mindfulness each day. It might seem insignificant, but studies tell us that even brief daily meditation can significantly reduce stress and increase well-being. And remember, meditation isn't about emptying your mind completely. It's about observing your thoughts without judgment. Start small, be consistent, and watch how this tiny habit can transform your daily life. Speaking of transformation, let's move from decluttering your mind to decluttering your space. Number 5, declutter your space. Did you know that the average American home contains 300,000 items? That's a lot of potential clutter. And it's not just physical clutter that's the problem. A cluttered environment can really hamper down your ability to focus and process information. Clutter can make you feel overwhelmed and disorganized. Here's my tip. Spend just a few minutes each day decluttering a small part of your space, whether it's your desk, kitchen, or inbox. Don't try to clear your whole house at once. The key is to focus on one area at a time, and that takes us straight to number 4, focus on one task at a time. Despite what many of us believe, multitasking isn't actually possible for the human brain. What we think of as multitasking is really just rapidly switching between tasks. It decreases productivity and increases mistakes. The solution? Practice single tasking by focusing on one task at a time. One effective technique is the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focused work followed by a short break. This method, developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s, has been shown to improve productivity and reduce mental fatigue. Remember, the goal isn't to work more hours, but to work smarter. Moving on to number 3, reflecting on your day. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people felt like time was warping. Days blended together, and for some, years seemed to merge. Have you experienced this too? Let me know in the comments. The fact is, a lot of people rush through life without thinking about what happened. But here's a secret. Taking a few minutes to reflect can make a huge difference. Try this. Before you go to bed, take 5 minutes to think about your day. What made you smile? What was challenging? It's like giving your brain a chance to process everything that happened. Plus, it's a great way to remember the good stuff. Alright, we're at number 2, and it's something close to our lives. Relationships. Build positive relationships. Ever notice how life feels a little empty when you're not connected with the people who matter? We're social creatures, and neglecting relationships can leave us feeling isolated and unhappy. Here's an easy habit to change that. Make it a point to regularly check in with friends and family, or even colleagues. A quick text, call, or coffee catch-up can go a long way in strengthening those bonds. The effort you put into your relationships will come back to you in happiness, support, and even success. Alright, ready for number 1? This one's all about achieving your goals. Set small, achievable goals. Be honest, have you made a New Year's resolution, but then given up after a few weeks? Yeah, I'm raising my hand too. But have you ever wondered why? What most people don't know is the goals we set are way too big most of the time. What you should do is break your big dreams into tiny, easy to do steps. Want to get fit? Start with I'll walk 10 minutes every day. Want to learn a new language? Begin with I'll learn one new word each week, and then you can celebrate small wins along the way, which keeps you motivated. Remember, any progress is awesome, no matter how small. Those small steps will add up before you even realize it. So in conclusion, which of these 15 habits are you going to try? Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Just keep moving forward, one small step at a time. I know you've got this. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to share with your friends. Maybe you can start some of those habits together. Click on the screen for another video. I'll see you there.